Hey, hi, and hello. I'm Don. I'd like to welcome you all to session 56A of Wildemount. Joining us today is Quinn as Anemo. We have Lily as Windchime, and Soren, of course, is played by myself, with our lovely and amazing Dungeon Master, Emily. Feel free to check out Frigid Hyperion on both Twitch for Group B stream, and the same name on YouTube for every video for the playlist of Wildemount. With introductions out of the way, Emmy, it's all you.
Hey, all you cool cats and dogs.
What? Are you ready to be eaten in Ohio? Because...
Oh, come on.
Wanted to say a big thank you to Describe for giving us these background tunes you're listening to right now, along with all of their amazing soundscape that they got going on. It's great. We love it. We use it. You should too. Go to describe.com/wow or use code WOW at checkout for 10% off your first month's subscription. And you won't want to cancel it. It's just really that good.
Okay.
With that, we're going to get into things. Party. Group A. Last time that you, just to kind of give us a starting point, you have recently defeated Anemo, the demon, who was wreaking havoc in Nicodronic nearby Hollow. You went, defeated her and all of the minions and things in the house at the Resista house. It was a mess. It was hard. It was tough. You guys were beat to literal shit. I mean, I don't know. Many of you went unconscious. You might have actually pooped yourself. I'm just saying. It was a tough one. But at the end of the day, you won. Left with the Flail that you had stolen, I guess, or taken back, or acquired from Annabeth. You all decide to take it down to the local blacksmith. Thus putting in an order for a extraordinarily good magic, I believe, longsword. Let me double check. Yes, longsword.
Yeah.
Now, Anemo, you walk into the shop, right? And I don't normally want to do shopping episodes or things like that right now, but the interaction that you have with this gentleman is rather interesting. He says to you, "Oh, well, that is quite the flail you have there. That's some high quality stuff. Are you looking to sell?"
My flail. Well, it wasn't necessarily on the top of my mind to sell it.
Piece like this is hard to come by. Can't even begin to
You're
imagine.
making me think that you're about to give me a lot of money for it. If you're selling it really hard in my direction.
Well, I would be absolutely thrilled to take this medal off your hands. I can't even begin to imagine the kind of work that, the kind of craft craft the kind of magical weapons I could make from this. He says with a wink because the DM is stuttering.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I was looking. This is the flail. Yes, everybody, right? Right. This is the flail that that a longsword is going to be made out of. Correct.
I mean, I suppose this is the flail that the longsword could be made out of. I could make one longsword with the 3 components here.
You should
Yeah,
probably, yeah. I think that should probably be what happens with this. Probably. Yeah.
are you sure? I would be more than happy to take it off your hands.
No. I think that the. I was. No, I'm pretty sure that what I was looking for was a long sword made out of the metal of this flail. Yes. Yeah. I wouldn't want you to just take it away from me for any amount of money. That's not what I'm going for.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. All right.
Yeah.
Well, now the kind of material this is quite fantastic, and I would not be opposed to use it for other swords if you'd be willing to sell me one of the flails. And maybe in return I would add a magical effect to the sword.
I'm confused as to what you're offering me, to be quite honest.
What I'm offering you is to make you a longsword with some of the material and then enchant it beyond its natural capabilities by letting me keep one of the 3 heads of the flail.
Okay. In with this, so what sort of power would this sword still have if you did not use part of it?
It would go from a +3 to a +2.
It would go from +3 +2, and then you're offering to give me a little magic on it. What would this magic do? What's this? What are you? You're gonna have to convince me on this one. 'Cause
Well,
I like power. I just like power.
I mean, just maybe it could decapitate better, he says.
If it's strong,
may-
wouldn't it just be able to decapitate pretty good on its own? I don't really understand why we need to go through the trouble of making it worse.
well, it wouldn't make it worse if you would point me in the right direction of the kind of magic you may want to see.
Well, I've got a lot of magic on my own. I've got a fair amount. I can already imbue this sword with kind of a few different things if I feel like it. Can use my powers and divine favor. Already.
Nerd.
I can make it so that it's holy. It does radiant damage. I can already make it so that maybe it. I think there's probably like a Minecraft Fire Aspect 2 kind of vibe on the sword if I wanted it to be already. So I don't really know if I'm looking for any sort of magical. This is something. I mean, what would you offer me? What is this? You want half of the flail. You want a piece of the flail. I mean,
I would
in
make
return, you want to give me.
I would make it for you for free.
For free, and it would just be a +2 thing
With a magical benefit.
with some sort of magical benefit. How much would you want me to pay for you Pay for it with a +3 no magical benefit.
Probably 1,000 gold.
Now, see, I already have all the materials for you, so that's 1,000 gold just for
I
for
dare
you
you to
making
find
it.
somebody else who is capable of making an extreme.
This is a big city. We're in a big city.
Try all you would like, but you'll be back to me by the end of the day.
$800.
My labor is very important, and my skill is needed.
Do you know how many carriages I could get for 800 gold? Do you know how many carriages I could get for 800 gold? Because it's ridiculous, man.
How many +3 magic weapons can you get for 1,000?
I think 800 is pretty good.
I think that it would be a damn shame if it was a little less powerful than what you wanted it to be, merely because my pockets were empty.
You're saying... Okay.
Find somebody else in this city who can do that. But for your brash, I could bring it down to 900.
All right.
And with that,
yeah. That's it. Yeah.
With that interaction, you have now put the flail to work as part of your downtime to get a +3 magic weapon. Now, I do want to say, like, yes, it's a magical, you found it, you have to pay, it's expensive, but +3 is, like, an extraordinarily powerful. There is no more powerful bonus to a weapon.
Yeah, it's super good, yeah.
Definitely, I don't want you to feel weird about, like, there being a cost associated with it, even if you're bringing no materials and whatever.
No. I was trying to, I don't know, I was trying to improv, I guess.
I just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page.
Yeah.
All right. So, not too, and I'm just gonna continue on this one instead of skipping around. Later on, much later on, a month or so later, you make your way back to this blacksmith. And you see, laying across the counter as he sees you walk in, on top of a like a soft, silky blanket of sorts, draped underneath it, with a light that's focused on it to make it look like it's glowing. And it might be, you don't know, it looks fantastic, right out of a movie. You see a long, beautiful, crisp, clean, there's no adornments, nothing fancy about it. But just by looking at it, you can see this thing is fucking powerful, right? The sharp edges, the balance of it. As you approach, you reach your hand out and you hold it, and it's perfect. It has to be, right? Nothing could make this long sword be any more perfect than what it is. If you can understand it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna call it?
Oh, fuck.
Excalibur.
Yo, just straight up Excalibur. That's really funny. Oh man, I was not thinking about this. I didn't think about this before right now. I'm really bad with names, guys. Can I get some suggestions? Based
For
on
the
like
sword.
what it came from, yeah. For the sword name.
Uh,
Metal, 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 metal.
Did you say metal like 4 times?
Metal, 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 metal.
the
Metal, metal, metal,
flail.
metal. The flail. It's just call it a flail because it was a flail. That's good. I actually like that a lot.
It's
Wow.
misleading. You can be like, quick, pull out the flail.
I'm in. No, that was good enough. It's good enough. It was a flail.
Oh,
My goodness. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna pick up. This
It
flail
is,
is amazing.
uh, sir. I appreciate that. It's a long sword. You know that, right?
Yes, but this flail, it's incredible.
Um,
The work you did.
well, I'm
This is
flattered
absolute.
but confused.
This is incredible. You've done such a good job.
Uh,
I'm
okay.
very proud to have this. This flail will be amazing in my arsenal.
Uh,
I will treat this flail with care.
oh God.
I love that. I love that. Um, you pay the man and walk out of there with a little bit of I don't know. Tell me how you're feeling as you walk out of this, having paid your.
Feeling fucking powerful. I can't keep my hand off the handle. I can just feel the thing radiating off my back. I know it's not magical necessarily, but I can feel its presence, you know.
It is
I'm
magic.
like well, yes, it is magical. Yes. Sorry, my bad. It is
No,
magical.
I
I
know.
can feel the power emanating.
Like it is that perfect, but like for the purposes of combat, this is a magical weapon.
Oh, epic. Nice.
Um. So yeah, for the it is in canon, whether or not it is actually magical does not change the perfectness of this blade.
Right. Amazing.
Um, fantastic. Over in Firewatch Island, Windchime, you're sitting at the table with your love. I assume shouldn't make that assumption, I guess, but sits at the table with you, uh, sketching a potential um, design that she had in mind on a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
How long has it been since the battle? Or
You tell me. What would make the most sense in this scene?
mm.
You set the tone.
Maybe a week after.
Yeah. You're still a little bandaged up. You're basically back to where you normally are, but like there are some deep bruises that magical healing can't uh um fully take care of. So maybe you're wrapped up in a blanket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting a cup of tea, something along those lines.
Apple cider. Warm apple cider.
Warm apple cider.
Both
Uh,
like
Nahiri, you know, picks up her her pencil, her pen, her paints, whatever she's using, doesn't matter. And you can see the way that she is rapidly flicking her writing utensil, flipping it around. She's pissed. Like she is irritated and just
Oh.
be right now.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking of that damn. What does her voice sound like? Can't even remember. Oh, it's kind of something like this, right? Like she's kind of really gravelly. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about that damn dwarf.
Which dwarf?
Oh, there's this client that I have for the my first tattoo. Like I told him that that this is like gonna be like my first design tattoo, and I regret that already. He has been up my case. I've had to redraw this 12 times already, and it's
Aw.
beautiful. And she shows it to you, and indeed, it is beautiful. Hey Dawn, what is she drawing?
Why me?
Just because.
What is she drawing? Knowing her, I'm gonna say a mushroom cloud.
A mushroom cloud. It's
Yeah.
like a.
In like the shape of a skull.
Oh, sick. Okay, I see it.
Epic.
Look at this. It's fucking perfect. And it is. It looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But up
What?
its eyes are too deep, and it doesn't look enough like a cloud. And then last time, it looked too much like a fucking, like, cloud. I don't know what he wants. It is very frustrating, and I'm sick of drawing this. I wish to never look at this picture again. And I still have to spend the time to actually tattoo it on him. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, I've been watching you resketch this design for 12 hours now, and I love each and every design you've made. And this guy's gonna be picky, but once you get it on his body, it's never gonna leave.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh yeah, true. It will.
I could just use the first one. He would never know.
Oh, he might not remember what it looked
I
like.
could remake this picture over and over and over again, and as long as it's basically the same thing, once I put it on him, he's never going to be able to, like, actually figure it out. Because the differences he wants to make are, like, non-existent. And then I get to be the one smug about it.
Isn't it going on his back too? Like he's not gonna even see it.
You're so right. This is amazing. And with that, she kisses you on the top of the forehead, and goes to refill a cup of hot spiced apple cider. Filled with renewed vigor.
Just put it
Over
somewhere
on the
he can't
other
see.
side of the island, off in the remote southeastern corner.
Oh god.
In an area that you have to walk along a thin rocky patch to even get to, is a little inlet with a soft yellow sandy beach, and a cave that is up in into the little peak on one of the little peaks on Firewatch.
Man, I really wish we had a map of this so we could see it.
Oh fuck yeah, we do have a map. Hold on.
Wait, we
Hold
do?
on.
Wait.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Oh well, not of the actually the inside, but
Oh.
to describe where it is for those who don't know.
Oh.
I do have a
I was
map.
poking fun at myself, and then you picked it up. Why?
Okay. Can you all see this? No. Hold on.
No.
Boom. Now you can all see
Yep.
it. This is the map of Firewatch Island. Oh, hold on. Let's not be too hasty here. Okay.
I'm hasty.
This is the map of Firewatch Island. Over here.
Oh, that's pretty. I forgot how pretty it was.
Thank you. I don't know why I kept peeking instead of placing something down. Soren, you are tucked into the little cave. Please describe to me what you've done with this place.
What was once a little tight-knit cave with a little side section, is now kind of separated into almost sections. There's little pots and a bunch of boxes of dirt scattered around with different things growing from each box, as well as a little what looks to be almost like a creek coming from the side section and leaving out the entrance of the cave. So it almost looks like a botany. What is it called? What's like I don't remember what the place is called, but it's almost like a greenhouse.
Okay. Over in the far corner, you have set up a sort of implement. I don't know, whether it be a fucking. I guess the only way to really put it is like an incubator. With quail eggs inside of it. You have had these quail eggs for so very fucking long. And as soon as you got back, your first thing that you did was get this sort of implement set up for your quail eggs. As you glanced over, you see one of them move a little. And then you see its egg crack just the smallest bit. What do you do?
I very, very carefully, but quickly as well, he's going to move over and kind of crouch down to look into the eggs and kind of watch it all happen.
How many eggs did you have left?
I believe it was 4. I think 3 or 4.
Sounds about right. And you see a little beak poke out. What's this first quail's name gonna be?
Oh, I gotta think of names. Oh no.
It just comes to you in this moment. What's the name?
Let's start with Corey.
Corey. Oh, little Corey. Peeking his little head out, or hers. You don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of names that works for both genders.
From off on a bright that's sitting on a shelf or some sort of table that is nearby. You see Freya eyeing Corey.
No, you stay over there. They're not food.
Freya's butt begins to wiggle.
Oh no. He's gonna get ready to catch her if she jumps at it.
And with a pounce, she does, and you reach out, you grab her slimy self out of midair. She hisses at you.
No, they're friend, not food. I give her a little pat, and then I give the quail a little. Actually, I probably shouldn't touch it. Newly birthed and all. He just kind of gives Freya a little pat, and kind of just holds her there while they are watching.
Freya's hostility. Freya's extraordinarily smart. She is, after all, a pseudo dragon. And she watches them with intense curiosity. And over the next couple of days, that curiosity becomes a sort of love.
Yippee!
Watching over the little baby chicks. Well, not chickens, little baby quails. As they continue to grow. Back in Nicodronin. Anemo. Whew, sorry.
Yo, what's up?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Anemo, you are on the hunt. On the hunt for a specific person. As you have a very special package to deliver to them. This job you took to deliver this specific package, you knew was going to be difficult. Hence the very secretive nature of the circumstances surrounding the delivery of this package. The person you met with, they were shady in the best of light. Full stereotype here. Back corner of a bar. Big cloak. Couldn't see the face. Candlelight illuminating behind them, casting them in shadow. With a deep and gravelly voice that you could tell. Handing you a package. Giving you the name Teo Cruz. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe not Teo Cruz. Maybe that's too funky. But Teo, with a whispered urgency, and a hand that reached out and touched the top of yours as you reached for the package. That was like old and gray and not like naughty, if that makes sense, with like thin protruding knuckles. Demanding its urgency. You can kind of still feel the cold fingers on the back of your hand right now. But as you look up, Teo, you see him surrounded by a variety of like some sort of entertainment troupe. He is laughing and clapping, having a good time as this little crowd that has formed around these entertainers laughs and cheers, and you see that actually I need you to roll me a perception check. See exactly what you see.
Okay. I can do that. I can do that for you. Do not have the best perception. Just a neutral roll. 13.
With a 13, you see them flit and dance and uh sing as they're kind of doing circles around him. Um, and this request uh, was one that required a bit of finesse. It's a small package, only um, about the size of a ring box, that must be slipped onto his person without him knowing.
Okay.
How do you do that?
He's got a posse of people around him.
An entertainment troupe.
He's got a posse, so sorry. Yeah. Yes, an entertainment troupe.
And if you wish,
Um
one of your party members can be here with you. Or both of them. It doesn't matter to me.
they could be. I just need to get this on this guy. Man, I'm not really thinking about a few different options.
You have a commanding presence. And a very high charisma. So rather than being specifically sneaky using stealth, right? In a situation like this, given your charisma, you're probably better off with a con.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I one of the options I was thinking of maybe trying to get one of the performers' attentions to try and get try and convince one of the performers to do the job for me, because they're all around him anyway. But if they're like actively entertaining him, does it seem like there would ever be an opportunity?
Yes, in fact, there are. It's not. There are 2 or 3 entertainers kind of dancing and around him and poking fun and picking up his hat and putting it down and things of that nature. But there are also a variety of people wandering throughout this crowd. Hold on, let me actually get they're kind of wandering about the crowd, holding like boxes for people to put coins in.
Okay. Would either of my two um my two crewmates want to join me on this or no? It's up to them.
Sure. Ask and you shall
Oh, yeah.
receive.
What? Where?
So current Anemo is on a job to put an object in the pocket of this rich guy,
Mhm.
and there's kind of there's an entertainment troupe that is currently kind of developing a bit of a crowd, as they flit about him, poking fun and that kind of action. You are welcome to join Anemo at the scene.
My thoughts, Windchime. My thoughts on this situation are: I get one of these performers to come over to us. I maybe intimidate him a little bit. I give him this item. I tell him put him in the pocket of the guy. I mean, you're already kind of messing around with him. put it in the pocket. Because if I go up there right now and I do some stuff, I don't know if I'd be able to.
Mhm. I don't know if you can trust the performers, though.
I'm not saying I have to trust them. I just need to convince them. But if I don't convince them, then maybe I'm at a disadvantage, right? If I mess up. Maybe one of the bartenders. Maybe I could dress up like a bartender. I have a commanding presence. I could. Or
Bit of bar right
maybe
in the middle.
I could try and. Oh, my bad. My brain was a little jumbled on where we were.
Wait,
Where
are
the
we?
fuck are we? Where are we?
You're
Where
in
am
the-
I? Am I outside or inside?
You're outside.
Okay. How homeless do you think I could look?
You have the most perfect sword in existence strapped to your back. You are do you have a shirt on?
Guess. The answer is no. I
Guess
never
is
have a shirt on.
crazy.
That's what I mean. So in some ways, you could be homeless. You don't have a shirt, but you're also like well groomed, very toned. You don't have your shirt. You look like a fucking adventurer. Like you look like you would be the captain of an airship, right?
Yeah. Yeah, true. What if I just pretend to be a captain of an airship? Hey, I'm a captain of an airship. Could you put this in your pocket for me? Okay, hold on. Okay.
As you guys are like chatting and like trying to figure out what to do, one of the troops um collectors, what do you call them? Money collectors, like people who like ask for tips, right? Comes
Spare
around with like
change.
yeah, he's like tips for the performers as he kind of comes around.
Okay, Tommy.
Okay.
Any tips?
Guys, what about this guy? What about this guy? Should I try and convince this guy to
That
put the
could
thing in his pocket?
be. Might as well ask.
Hey, yo, over here, I've got a tip for you.
He comes over.
It's a verbal tip, though.
Enjoying the performance, are we?
No.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. And then I bring him in real close. I'm like, listen, I have to. You gotta do something for me, man. Listen, you
Dude.
gotta do something for me, dude. You gotta do something for me.
Okay, before he
I'll give
responds,
you.
go
Yeah.
ahead. Tell him.
All right, I'll tell him. I got a big tip for you. Okay, big tip for the performer. You see that? You see that guy up there that's currently getting messed with and shit. You can manage to get this item I have into his pocket without him knowing. I would be very grateful. And I juggle my giant fuck because I bring it everywhere with me. I show him my giant bag full of 900 gold coins. I'm saying you're not going to get all of it, but you're going to get some of it.
And with that, he says, all right, sir, I catch your drift. Not too much trouble at all. And he takes the
I'll give him 20. Fucking
you,
20 gold pieces.
you do that beforehand. Easy enough. I mean, sure. It makes it less suspicious if he doesn't have to come back for you later.
Yep.
You give him 20 gold and the package. He takes it, and he had this
And
like,
yeah.
and what?
Well, I wanted to give him a little I would want to like try and direct his attention to my sword and say, "And you better get it done.
No!
Better get it done."
He gives you a knowing wink, and he takes the package and the gold, and he puts it in his box that he had dangling from his neck with like a strap, like at a fucking baseball game, like the people who sell drinks, except his is for money.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and uh, he asks the rest of the corner um, that you're kind of in before he turns around and he starts an interaction with the performers where he says, "Oh boy, we got a Big Tipper over here." And one of the performers says, "A Big Tipper, eh?" And
Why are they
uh,
all British?
oh no, they're not British. And one of the performers does like a backflip and a flip. And Soren, please roll me a perception check.
Oh god.
Big flip.
Uh, uh, medicine. Okay. 15.
With a 15 that just beats it. Um, you notice that the gentleman who was coming for tips that currently has Animo's package. Um, you notice there is a specific rhythm that he is tapping on the side of his his box that is different than the beat that of the music that's currently playing. Um, and with a flick and a flurry, uh, the woman doing the backflip ends up flipping over his head. You all see this. It's fucking amazing. He kind of bent just a small amount, but as she did cartwheels and backflips and finally did a leap all the way over his head, you can see that her hand came down and picked up the package. In an extraordinarily skilled move as she begins to juggle. She juggles a variety of knickknacks and things. One of them being the package that you uh,
Oh shit! The arsenic is gonna go everywhere! I scream. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
uh, as she begins to juggle in front of this particularly large tipper. Uh, Before a couple of her other performers begin to do a wider and wider circle, uh, themselves doing a variety of playing of music and things like that. The fiddler reaches his hand up, uh, and the original juggler tosses uh, her juggling bags and things like that to him, and your eyes follow and track the route uh, that the package takes before a beautiful woman. Let me actually send you guys a picture real quick.
DM? Ooh. I'm gonna
Beautiful woman just shows like a picture of fucking Jenna Ortega or something.
Sabrina Carpenter.
She-
No, I'm gonna kind of elbow Anemo a little bit, being like, this is taking forever. You know, I do actually have the spell Darkness too, and Hold Person.
I think they have it covered, but that I guess would have been good to think about.
I could have also just used Grasping Vine and threw you at him.
Let me couple of weeks.
I think he had to like not know though.
Well, you could have just been like, I don't know, flyby.
It's like
A
it's an
little flyby.
accident.
I mean, I could see that working.
I could also reduce your size.
This is the woman. Ends up putting down her flute and uh, whispers something in his ear, of the ear of your target, and you see that her hand slips something into his side pocket, uh, before she gives him a soft kiss on the cheek, and then picks up her flute and begins to play again. And you see this
Awesome.
guy fucking love struck. That's kind of the feeling that you get from him.
Hell yeah.
And your task is complete.
Let's go.
Nice job. Woo-hoo. You've been doing a variety of these jobs. And
Yeah, it was for money. That's crazy that I just spent money on that.
yeah,
That's awesome.
but
No.
I believe that your goal, if you don't mind me asking, or reminding me, I believe that your goal was to get into the more clandestine services and to get
True.
better,
Yes.
and
So it's
to,
okay to spend a little money on the end goal.
if that's what we're still planning on
True.
doing.
True. I did kind of just like yeah. I don't know. It was kind of it was a quickly thought up idea. I didn't think deeply into it, but it does. I think it can work to what Nemo wants to do in the end. So I'm not. Yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay. Um, by doing these jobs and whatnot, by the way, I don't want to, like, whatever. By doing these jobs and going on about it, you have made a profit over the past 3 months. You have made a profit of about 250 gold for
Nice.
of doing these undercover or more clandestine uh services. Uh, so don't, like, think too hard about it. Now, uh, what's the next piece? I forgot the next scene. Hold on, give me a second. Um, Windchime.
Yes.
You real quick. You are writing a letter to your mother. What's the letter say?
Oh yes. Dear um dear Mama Crabapple. Um I've been out in this world for a very long time, learning as much as I can and growing very strong into a mighty apple. Um, but the journey back home has taken me a lot longer to navigate. Um, and right now I am resting in Nicodranus to before I traverse over the hills and mountains back to Allfield. Um, I hope everyone at home is doing well. and I'm eager to learn if you made the move somewhere else and where you're residing now. I'm hoping to someday destroy the gnolls. Um, and make Allfield a better place to live. But until then, I hope you are safe. Love, Windchime.
Wonderful. Not long after, you get a letter back
Mm-hmm.
from your mother. It says, hold on just a second. Hold on. How do I do a southern accent? Hold on. I'm like freaking out. I'm literally only coming up with British accents. I need to stop.
Southerners talk slow.
My sweet apple pie, I am so glad that you wrote back to us. Your papa misses you dearly, and so do your siblings. And I can't deny myself that my heart has been empty since the day you left. It's got a hole that's just for you. I'm so glad to know that you're doing well in Nicodranas, and that you are still alive. And you see like little like tear stains on the page. Your father and I and the girls, we've taken residence not too far away, um in a small new community that's been made up from some of the refugees of sorts from Allfield. Uh, the town is all but abandoned now, and I think that's okay. But we've been homesteading here, and things have been going well. For you, I have attached my recipe for the sweetest apple pie. Every time I make it for you, every time I make it, I have thoughts of you when seeing your bright, rosy red cheeks smiling at my table. I miss you dearly, and I hope that I get to see you soon. I truly do. With lots of love, Mama Crabapple.
Oh my god. Recipe. I have to make this apple pie immediately.
We cut to you in the kitchen, flour everywhere, dough being pushed, spread out, gently placing it over just in the way that your mama does. Now, how are you making the design on top? Just pure curiosity.
Ooh, like
Is
the
it like traditional, or are you doing little stars or hearts or things like that?
I mean, I know you can get creative. It's probably a crisscross.
That's so good. Um, as you just like your mother used to make.
Mm-hmm.
You pull out the pie, and place it on the table, where Nahiri and Janor and Barrett uh, have all been following their nose into the kitchen. Is there anybody else who is here? I.e. is Anemo and Soren here.
Who wants a
I would love a piece of pie. Apple. I would love. Please.
Me as well, if you will.
That's hot right out of the oven. Don't burn your mouth. Um,
Yeah, Nemo burns his mouth.
no! That's a piece for everyone.
Soren laughs at
Um,
Anemo and then takes a bite as well.
One last ingredient, she says, as she breaks out the cinnamon and like pinch onto each slice for everybody.
Just for kicks and giggles.
Yeah. Wouldn't this be a cool tattoo idea, Nahiri?
An apple pie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Like-
would be.
And the way you draw, I bet you can make it look so cool.
Okay. I will absolutely draw you a picture, and if you want me to tattoo it on you, I could do that. You've been getting pretty good.
Okay, but I only asked you to make 20 alterations to my request specifically. If you wink.
Don't you dare. Her expression gets a little bit serious. Not like fully serious, but a little bit traumatized.
No, Windchime's gonna literally pick the first drawing.
As you all sit around the table, discussing the things that you've been up to, what kind of conversation are you guys having? Actually, I would love to start something. So, Soren, you've been like totally spending all of your time in that little cave of yours. How's that going, or whatever?
It's actually gone really well. I've got 4 little new friends that I can introduce you to.
Yeah? What are they?
Oh, you remember those quail eggs I picked up that Brian was so adamant on eating?
When you put it that way, yes, I do.
Yeah, they just hatched.
Aww.
And Freya didn't eat one of them, and he gives Freya a little head pat.
Aww. How tiny are they?
Oh, they're so adorable. I mean, they look like little flesh bags without their feathers, but they're
Ew.
like this big, and he kind of makes a motion with his hands to kind of show how big they are. They're like little baby chicks. Are they actually? Are quails bigger? I don't think they are they?
They're smaller. They're like really tiny.
Oh.
They're like super tiny. They're like some of the smallest things that you can find.
They're like the size of like your thumb or something.
Are they really that small?
They're tiny.
Oh my gosh.
My sister has quail. What are their names?
I mean, their names aren't set in stone just yet, but I did have ideas. I was thinking, so there's 4 of them. Oh my god, they are tiny. So there's 4 of them, and I was thinking, Corey, Benny, Leona, and Kaya.
Oh. They're so proper.
Yeah. Of course, as much as I would like to name them that, I also want a group consensus because we did pick them up together. After all.
I'm really terrible at naming things. I mean, I do like Flail here.
Your longsword.
I thought it was
Yeah,
a flail.
isn't my Flail beautiful?
I think you should marry your flail.
Oh.
No, not sexually attracted to the Flail. Just like, in a power way, I am attracted. There's something sexy about that. But no, 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 no.
Oh no, no, no! Of course not. But I like those names for the quail.
You think I
Are
should keep
you?
those 4 then?
Yeah.
Then so be it. He kind of writes it down in a little pocket book before putting it back in his bag. I wonder how Moonzik and them are doing. Did you guys know where they're heading?
No, not a clue, unfortunately.
Really? They didn't tell you at all?
Well, I'm sure they did, but I'm a bit of an airhead.
Well, I guess it could be of use for that. I don't know how much you guys are aware of, but the reason why we're splitting up into 2 groups, 3 and 3, me and Edward were talking after the fight with Annabeth, which, by the way, would be another good name for your sword. We were talking, and it seems like I knew Edward's parents before they disappeared.
Whoa.
And the last place I saw them was on, and he kind of pulls out a map. The last place I saw them was on this mountain range, and he kind of circles it with his finger. So Edward wants to go investigate it himself, pretty much, to kind of do his own research. Where the blue? Why is there 2 blue circles?
Those are from previous things.
The Ashkeeper Mountains. So he wants to separate and investigate it himself.
And actually, you're from up here, where that little red dot is.
Oh, yeah. Oh. So it's Dunrock Mountains?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dunrock. Not Ashkeeper.
Near the Savalier Wood.
Yep. Oh, that's where... Okay, that's where it is. Yeah. Totally. So, that's kind of why the party's separating. I mean... As much as I want to investigate it too, I really do want to help you with your parents, Windchime, but I want you to understand what that's going to mean. You know, you can see what I look like. The Dwendalian Empire doesn't really... How do I say this? The Dwendalian Empire...
They're racist!
Yes, pretty much. They don't like me.
Yeah. But they're all racist over there. I know. I grew up there.
Well, I am glad you didn't turn out like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was the only tiefling in my village.
Your parents weren't tieflings? He kind of narrows his eyes.
No, I was kind of just left on their court.
Windchime's Windchime's a POC. Okay, she can't be racist.
um,
Oh. Well, either way, I want you to understand what we're gonna be going through when it comes to the Dwendalian Empire. I have I have I have a disguise that I'm probably going to end up wearing through the Dwendalian Empire, but in case I do get found out, just be ready.
of course. I really appreciate you coming with me.
Totally.
That's
I
all
mean,
I know to ask.
well, I want to help you. You are my friend after all.
Thank you.
This apple pie is so good. He takes another bite while like gasping for air because it's still hot.
I know. And it's all gone already. I need to make another one. Like, I should make 10 probably so that we never run out.
This should definitely be our travel food.
Oh my gosh, pie for the road?
I
Pie on the
definitely
road. Pie made on the road. Pie actively being made on the road.
Oh my god, could we get a carriage with a full kitchen?
I think that was the idea, yeah. We're gonna get it. What? Absolutely. Just for this. This is the reason we're
Oh.
gonna do that.
Oh, sign me up.
Heck yes.
Okay. And with thoughts of that in mind, right, next one is Soren. And I'm just gonna invite all the players too because why not? Soren, you find yourself along with Anemo and Windchime back at Melora's lighthouse.
Uh-oh.
And you're getting ready to walk in. And that is where we're going to take our break for today. We'll come back in 15 minutes and continue there. That's like the worst cliffhanger attempt ever. But
That's okay.
we're gonna take a brief break and then reconvene.
All right.
15 minutes. See you at 5 after. Okay. Walking up to the Temple of Melora. You guys have been here once before. Let me actually... I have special stuff for you.
Uh-oh.
There you
Oh.
go. Walking up to the temple. It's just an artistic representation, of course, but you have a scheduled meeting with Brother Zagreus, the keeper, or like the now head of the Wildwood Order. This is a new position for him, as he was given it after the disappearance of the previous head of the Wildwood Order had disappeared, right? It's a temporary position, one that he will probably get elected official in a more official manner a little bit later, but he's now the de facto leader. as he talks to you regarding. Sorry. You have already spent a fair bit of time here with the Wildwood Order during your downtime, especially in relationship to the book, the Tome of Understanding that you had acquired uh, from him. So he invites you all in and says to you all, well, I know that today you have requested to look into the matters regarding the disappearance of the previous head. Um, and I'm here to escort you and show you around for that too. If you have any questions, this is of the utmost importance to us here. Uh, we've already done our own investigations, and we've even had the Nicodranus Guard come and the Zalejo come and investigate, but nobody's come up with anything. So we were hoping that you adventurers could help us out.
Of course, I'll do what I can.
Thus begins your investigation. Um, what do you all remember about the last time that you were in the temple?
Was it like overrun with gardens?
Yes, with vines.
It
Mm-hmm.
was.
Just with that? Or was that unusual?
That is now mostly under control. You see that the consequences of those actions are still apparent, right? Of those happenings, I should say, are still apparent. Um, whether that be the way that some of the bricks are broken, uh, things are basically over trimmed right now, which is not a good look on in a temple dedicated to Melora. Uh, you see, anytime you would see an acolyte or someone passing by, they seem much more guarded than what you would imagine this place would look like before um, your previous presence.
Mm.
And that's also when we picked up this. And he's gonna kind of fiddle with the little emblem that he has in his pocket, the Zahir emblem.
Uh, we did mention that to the Zalejo, the guards, but they couldn't make heads nor tails of it. Uh, but yes, any other things you remember from those sessions? That's the one where you acquired the sword,
And the
and there was
stone.
the stone crystal.
Yes, the sword and the crystal. Hmm. Not really. That's all I remember.
There was a young acolyte who was there at the time that you all rescued from the edge of death, who, upon questioning, had basically offered a very shaky testimony that doesn't have much. It was just like 1 second they were hanging out by the crystal, and
Oh, the assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then they were being overtaken by basically figures in hoods, uh, and he was knocked unconscious. Doing an investigation this far after uh, a missing persons is not an easy task, but you set yourself about it. So, where would you like to start? Would you like to start in the quarters of the head of the Wildwood? Would you like to start in trying to find that acolyte? Where you want to start questioning people? Do you want to look around the area?
Guys, I think the best thing to do to start this is to start where we know everything must have started. Do we know where everything must have started?
Well, you know the disappearance happened up by the crystal where we had to pull the store from.
Let's go up. Let's go up to the crystal and look around there. That seems like the best place to start, to look where the thing happened.
From the top
And then we
down,
can
huh?
work out from there. Yeah.
Okay. Making
Just
your
seems
way
like the thing that they do in detective shows.
making your way there, accompanied by Brother Zagreus, um, you you see a large room, circular in nature, with a large window, that's stained glass out one side. The place, from your memories, is was completely overwhelmed by plant life. Uh, Particularly that of the vines that encaptured everything. Um, Now it just looks a little dead, pretty sad, actually. You can see like more evidence of that over trimming, the damage not quite repaired, if that makes sense. Uh, Windchime, you see the hole in the large crystal, um, from where in the crack that it formed around it, uh, from where you had to pull the sword out of pulled the sword out of it. This very large crystal. Remember, you could put your feet up on it. It was very large in the center of the room.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah,
There's nothing that
Uh,
screamed out.
um, you can tell that this place in particular has probably been looked through pretty intensively. It You had originally found the coin in the front, I believe, in the courtyard. Uh, but though you do have the memories of being in this room, uh, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Um, I think I'm gonna push forward here because, yeah, I think we're gonna push forward here. So, upon talking with Brother Zagreus, um, Soren, you mention the young acolyte who was there, uh, to him. How do you do so? How do you initiate the conversation about the acolyte?
Um, he's gonna kind of as we're kind of looking around, he's gonna kind of stand up and look back at this guy. Uh, he's gonna say, actually, there was a lead, or there is another lead. There was I think he was a young boy. He was like the assistant to the lighthouse master. He was there when it all happened. We saved him from the vines that were tapping his energy. Would you happen to know his whereabouts? I would love to be able to question him a little further. Any information's better
yeah.
than none.
Brother Hafos. It I sorry. 1 second. Brother Hafos. Hafos with an F. I'm gonna type this out so I don't forget. There you go. Brother Hafos. The yes, he was there that day. I can summon him if you'd like.
That would be great. I don't wanna bother him too much because I know he's been through a lot. But any information's better than none.
As he rushes off to go grab him. He comes back and you see the same young boy from before. He is really not so much a boy. He is a young man. But in comparison to the age of most of the folks around here, yes, he is a boy. But he shakily says, "You wanted to see me?"
Is there a place to sit?
Yeah, there's a set of tables and chairs.
He's going to sit down somewhere and kind of pat the chair next to him. I'd just like to have a chat, please.
Okay, sure. Thanks for saving me again. You were the people who saved me, right?
Yeah.
He seems a little confused.
Well, we're half of the people. The other three are doing their own thing. But
Okay.
we're looking for any information you might have on what happened that night. If you could recount the story and give us any details you might have forgotten or missed out on or are remembering now. We really want to find I really want to find the lighthouse master and where they disappeared to. And he's going to cast prestidigitation, and he's going to make the Zahir emblem in his hand as an illusion. I know we found this that day, and I was wondering if you could tell us anything about this as well.
He kind of recoils back when he sees it. I'm sorry. I don't remember much. Just that we were up here, brothers. Hold on, what's his name? Brother Bailey. Uh, he was talking with me, showing me around. Not really around. I've been around before, but he was uh just talking with me about things. Uh, he seems very nervous. Uh, and then I remember seeing some people, and then I was unconscious. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna whisper into Soren's ear. gonna be like, this guy's not really giving us anything. He's kind of talking bullshit right now. Do you want some help with this, or are you gonna like kind of one-on-one this guy?
You're welcome to join in. This is a group. I don't want to say group therapy because it's definitely not therapy, but this is a group thing. We are doing this together. Any help would be greatly appreciated, as well as any. And he's kind of gonna raise his voice for this so the other guy hears it, as well as any information. I mean, you do want to help us find the master, correct? And he looks over at the guy.
Yeah, of course I do. Yes, of course, absolutely.
Do you remember the night clearly?
No.
Why don't you remember the night clearly?
I don't know. I don't know.
It was a few months ago. Keep that in
Does
mind.
it feel unnatural that you don't remember it? Do you remember things other than that around that area normally?
I mean, yeah. But there was a lot going on.
Okay.
There was a lot going on.
Hmm.
Do I have detect magic? Is that a thing? How do I know if he's been tampered with? That's what Anemo wants to find out. Without talking to him, because it's clearly not really going that great.
One of you guys could roll an Arcana, and one of you could roll a medicine check. Those would be okay.
I've got 2 Arcana, 0 medicine.
I've got 1 Arcana, 7 medicine.
So you should do medicine.
23.
So, go ahead.
Well, this is gonna be a little bit of a Hail Mary. I have the spell Locate Object prepared, and I have the emblem in my pocket. Can I grab that emblem and cast Locate Object to see if there's any other emblems like that anywhere near me? I think it's 120 range? 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, yes. There are.
Does it tell me exactly where? Or direct path? The spell can't alternative. As long as you've seen it up close. I sense the direction. Okay, so in what direction is it?
Down.
Like below us?
Yeah.
Soren, you seem to have discovered something, maybe? What's going on?
But I want to give you the results of your medicine
Yes.
before you start doing other things. So you you begin to like look over him, and you're listening to the way that he talks, and the way that he talks when he's not talking about that night, and just his general demeanor. And with a DC, with a roll of 23,
Tee.
there are subtle signs of a poison in their system. Perhaps you think that it is a slow-acting toxin of sorts that seems to be affecting their memory or behavior.
Hey, Windchime. Would you happen to have lesser restoration?
I think possibly. Let me dig into my memory really quickly to see if I can conjure that up.
Or Anemo? You wouldn't happen to have it either, would you?
Lesser restoration, no. I really don't know what that is. I think it's flying over my head. I've got lay on hands.
Does lay on hands
I've got an extra attack if that's...
Yes, let's
something
attack the poor
you want.
child. I think lay on hands gets rid of illnesses too, doesn't it?
You can Cure multiple diseases and neutralize multiple poisons with a single use of lay on hands.
Oh, wow.
So
Restoration.
you do have it, Windchime?
Expending hit points separately for each one. So I could just get one.
Yeah.
Or when I do it.
Using your lay on hands or less restoration would really help.
Is it to like cure something?
He's gonna get up and walk behind him and kind of put his hands on his shoulder, but like not gripping them, just kind of like lightly put them on this guy's shoulder. And he's gonna say, "There seems to be something affecting him, and I know he would greatly appreciate it if we got rid of it."
Here, let me see. Windchime looks the guy over.
Is this guy nervous? I feel like
Yeah.
I would be so nervous in this situation.
Wait, relax, he says. I'm not gonna hurt you. Here, do you want one of my little hand pies? It's not a hand pie, it's like a little pie. Do you want a
It's
pie?
a pot pie.
She pulls a little like apple turnover out of her pocket.
He
And
takes
gives
he just holds the little small pot pie.
It's so warm.
Oh, it's still warm, he says.
Yeah. Just a little magic. Thanks.
Where are you keeping this?
In my pocket.
He's gonna whisper into his ear, "You don't want to know."
He holds it in his lap, not making move to eat it.
It's a little hot pocket. Duh.
I see.
Oh,
Okay.
right, it's clean.
Use. I'm gonna cast
Eat it.
Lesser Restoration.
Eat the pie. It's really good.
Okay, sir.
Are you gonna eat that? He points down. I'll have it if you're not.
I can eat it. He takes a tiny little nibble. Anyway, you cast Lesser Restoration.
Does it?
It's really good. You notice that he seems to clear up. You don't know if it's from the pie or the Lesser Restoration or what's going on, but his demeanor changes. His demeanor changes after she casts Lesser Restoration.
How are you feeling
yeah,
now?
this pie is really good. I feel great.
Hell yeah, dude.
He digs in.
I'm gonna sit back down next to him. How are you feeling now?
I feel pretty good. He kind of half like smiles and this pie is really something.
So back to the topic.
Fuck your pie, slaps it onto the ground now.
So, is there anything about that night that you remember that you'd like to tell us?
Anything else?
Very important that we understand. We understand what happened.
Well, Brother Bailey. Okay, I'm trying to piece things back together. Before we went, there was one thing that was kind of strange. Before we went up into here, I guess, Brother Bailey got a letter, and it seemed to upset him. But really, besides that, it's all a fog. This is actually the first time I've been able to think clearly since that night.
Would you happen to have that letter anywhere?
It might be in his office.
Can we enter there?
Brother Zagros says, I don't see why not.
Epic.
And Hoffos, take off. Enjoy your pie.
I was gonna say that.
Found out some information, Windchime, while you were
Sorry, I
taking
zoned out.
a little trip.
I was just like really thinking about the pie.
Yeah.
Why? Are you mad you took your last one? Or do you have more in there? Because I would love one right now.
I'm really trying to get this recipe right. It's changing. Just when you change the size of the pie. But
Honey,
anyways, not to get off track and think more about pie. What did we figure out?
we have a lead now. I mean, we have two leads. He's gonna pull out the emblem that was in his pocket. There's another one of these around us. We can investigate the office first, and I can do it. I can cast locate object again, and we can go from there. Or we can investigate the locate object first. What
Well,
do you guys
maybe the
think?
office is in the same place.
He's gonna look over at Zagreus. Is the office below us?
Yes, it is.
Then perhaps we can do two birds with one stone.
He takes you to Brother Bailey's office. And let me. Okay.
Question is,
You walk into the quarters. Oh, not the quarters. The office. Pardon me. Quarters is a different place. Actually, no. It's not different. It's the same place because that makes the most sense. You walk into the office / quarters of Brother Bailey, and this place is an absolute mess. The Brother Zagreus says, "Sorry about the mess. The Zalejo were really looking for anything."
Oh,
And
damn. They already went through it.
I haven't had the heart to clean it up.
doesn't mean we can't search it as well. And Soren's gonna kind of start. He's gonna kind of start putting stuff, almost like cleaning everything, putting stuff back where it needs to go. But he's gonna be looking through everything as he goes.
Okay, absolutely. Roll me a
Don't say investigation, please.
investigation.
God damn it.
If you want, you could make this a group investigation check and then roll with advantage.
I don't know how much. Oh, yeah. Roll with advantage.
Okay. Thank God, dude. I have a 1 for investigation. Yes!
What? Let's go! Fucking clutch ass.
Absolutely.
Clutch
amazing.
ass and fucking. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Sorry.
Advantage for the win.
Amazing. Okay. So, you. Oh, give me just a second. I just need to put my words together. As you're searching, there is a variety of scattered scrolls and papers, and I'm gonna say you actually find two things.
Yippee!
Well, we'll start with the one that you find. We'll start with the one that you find. Anemo, you helped with this, so you get to find something too.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Underneath the desk, which was basically the only thing that hadn't been literally overturned in this room. In the leg of it, you find etched in to the leg of this desk a snake, a serpentine sigil, if you must. Anybody, I may suggest Windchime. Make a religion check if you do decide to point this serpentine sigil out to the party animal.
Of course I do. Of course.
Oh, what a cool looking snake.
I
I bet it
know.
has meaning. Let me think first. But I'm gonna.
Search your mind palace. Search your mind palace, Windchime. Come up with something.
Yes, my mind palace. It's a very lovely place in here.
Don't.
What do I use for religion check?
A religion check. There's a religion.
Religion. It's intelligence, though, unless you have
Oh, maybe not Windchime. Maybe
check.
Windchime doesn't have the religion. I thought she did. Maybe somebody else does. Either way.
I only have 2 religion.
I only have 1, so
Never mind. Okay.
I think we're all bad at religion.
I'm gonna make a little religion check, though.
Animal.
Check.
Can you, with Windchime's help, roll advantage on a religion check?
Yeah. 17.
Yippee.
Good. The sigil is a twisted version of Melora's. It looks almost defiled. It's intertwined with the image of a fanged serpent, undoubtedly the mark of Zahir. And because you beat the secondary DC as well, you know that in your little bit of research that you have done in Zahir, the followers of Zahir used to mark this symbol in ancient times as a way to mark other gods, to mock other gods' sacred places.
I'm gonna like chuckle a little. I'm gonna... They got him good with this one. So his followers are mocking the shit out of this place. Get fucked. That's what's going on here.
Soren.
Okay, she gets what we're doing.
You begin the arduous task of putting books, papers, and scrolls back into their places among the shelves. And as you're looking, you do, in fact, find something.
I found something.
You find an unsealed letter. An unsealed letter. Inside of it is a message. Okay, sorry. I need to bring this back. My brain is like way big. I need to make it small.
Totally understand. Your brain is so big, Emily. You've got such a big brain.
That's not what I mean, but I mean like it's like
The best brain.
I need to make it solid.
Yes, I know. I totally understand.
So, the letter that you find is not it's not like it is clearly disguised. Given your your investigation check, you can just tell that this letter seems to be forged. It is from a it is from a person called Brother Fetris, and Brother Fetris um, urgently required the attendance of Brother Bailey outside of the temple, like
Convenient.
in like the fucking like outside of town. Excuse me. Like the letter asks. Sorry, I'm so fucking all over the place. The letter asks fucking hell. The letter asks Brother Bailey to leave Nicodranus and go out into the woods uh, for an urgent matter regarding the wildlife. Very vague, I know, but uh, something along those lines. Uh, you can tell with your check that uh, this is forged. And it's strange that this letter showed up to Brother Bailey uh, right before they went up to the top of to the Crystal Observatory, um, and that he read it and did not follow it. Make me an insight check.
Oh boy. I don't think I'm. Actually, no. I'm pretty sure I'm good at insight. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
19, baby. 30-26.
You're rolling high today.
Except for that 10. We don't talk about the 10 though.
So you gather that since even you could identify without even knowing that Brother Fetris, and you're not seeing his handwriting, you can already tell that this letter seems forged. Like the ways that the pen is almost too heavy, as if they were doing it slowly, and uh, just the odd nature sounding of this letter, and that if he's a member of the order, why wouldn't he be here at the temple? And all of these other pieces kind of come together um, to make it clear that this letter was attempting to take Brother Bailey out of the temple. Uh, and you think that Brother Bailey might have figured that out, given that he did not immediately go out, and he instead took his one of the acolytes, Aphos, up to the crystal room. So you kind of gather that he was attempted to be let out of here, chose not to, and then was disappeared. Seems pretty
Kidnapping.
fishy.
Kidnapping! He's going to say all that to the rest of the party, and he's going to slip that letter into his bag of holding for later. As
Okay.
evidence. Labeled as evidence.
Maybe he left. Wait, just remind me real fast. What happened to him? Did we know? Did he just disappear?
I would assume he's kidnapped, because there was no, at least what I could see, there was no struggle up there. So there was no blood or anything, so I don't think he's dead, hopefully. but he's not here, and he's disappeared without a... Well, not without a trace, but he's disappeared. And I have a feeling we already know who's behind this, and he holds up the emblem.
Obviously.
Have we gone through this entire room then?
Yes.
With that being said, I don't think there's much else to find in here. And he flicks the emblem. He does like a coin flip with his thumb. He flicks it up in the air. I think it's time we investigate a different lead. But before we do anything, we should establish what should we do. There's another one of these in this lighthouse. But how do we want to go about this? Do we want to approach them and take them by surprise? Do we want to just talk to them? Do we want to try and, I don't know, ask to join them, do a cover-up, try and join their ranks, infiltrate,
You could
kidnap?
definitely pretend to be interested in joining the division or whatever.
Infiltration?
I don't think it would be hard. Say that you're thirsting for knowledge. Something like that. I feel like they really like that.
Is this the party consensus? Is this what we want to do? We have to do this 100% because one mix-up and it could mean our lives.
I love organized religion.
I don't think they're very organized.
That's okay. We can make them more organized. We can join the top
Yeah.
ranks.
Yeah, we can make them organized in jail. Let's go.
Boom.
So you cast locate object again, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, I will.
So
I
you
gotta
cast
keep
locate
track of my
object
spells.
again, and I believe it's concentration, yes? So,
Is it? Oh, wait, this is a second level spell. Why am I taking my first level spell slots? Locate object is concentration up to 10 minutes, yep.
so you cast it and you begin to follow it. Talking, like, being led by Brother Zagreus the whole time. And you keep going down and down, and you find yourself back at the main floor, the ground floor of the temple. And yet, your locate object is still pinging down.
Is there a basement to this place? Or a second way in?
Brother Zagreus stiffens and says, no, there is no basement.
That's unfortunate. Because we need to keep going down.
His eyes shift back and forth. He's lying. I don't need you to roll
Yeah,
an
he's lying. He's lying.
Oh, I didn't mean to ping that. Don't worry about that. I wanted to read what it said, and I accidentally pinged it.
I'm sorry, I just blocked off the music. I accidentally closed the page.
I can still hear it.
Oh, good.
How do we want to do this? We know he's lying. How do we want to do this? And you're sure there's not another way down? And he's kind of gonna look into his eyes, kind of like almost hinting at he knows he's lying.
Roll me a persuasion or an intimidation check, your choice.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck! Let me help him. Let me help him,
You
please.
can do it if you would rather.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
gonna
much
kind
rather
of.
do the intimidation check.
I'll give Anemo a pat on the back to like signal I need the muscle.
I'll walk up to him. And I'll be like, we know there's a goddamn basement. Do I get to? Do I just do the roll, or am I being helped?
You do have the help action. Yeah, so you get advantage.
I get advantage.
I assume that you're helping.
Yep. I'm making full eye contact with him the whole time.
18.
Tell me, intimidate me.
I
Even if you do poorly in your
Okay.
like real life role play,
that's what I was trying. That's what I tried to do before. It's very embarrassing that me saying. Okay. Anyway, we're here for a very specific purpose. We're gonna get what we came here for, one way or another. I like half unsheath the beautiful sword, and I. If this is good, I can stop. But I want to say, do you see how sharp this sword is?
say it.
It starts sparkling in the sunlight.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it. That's what I just said. I said it out loud.
He stiffens. He stiffens again, and he says, "Of course." You see, he backs down a little bit. Yes, there are. It's not a basement, but rather there are some tunnels that are underneath the temple.
Oh, great catacombs. I hope you guys like tight spaces.
I love tight spaces, actually.
You scare me.
As he takes you down behind a bookshelf in a previous room and takes you down a thin, winding set of stairs that ends in long tunnels underneath the temple. I don't think I will be following you.
And can I ask why?
These are just like the tunnels in Paris. Sorry.
What's Paris?
He says, unfortunately, I do have a previous meeting that I had scheduled. No offense meant to you all. You found more information than Zalejo did, but this is taking a bit longer, and I had anticipated on letting you do your things and then leaving. And I think this is where I say adieu. Best of luck to you. As he makes his way back up.
Is he like
Hasta
running?
luego. Bye bye.
Farewell. I think he was a scaredy pants, guys.
You think he's afraid of the
I
dark?
think. I think he's. I think he's easily scared.
And you guys begin to investigate these small, thin tunnels underneath the.
Are they dark or
the
is
temple.
there light provided down here?
There is no light provided down here.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights then.
Okay.
That will end my. Oh, but that'll end my locate object.
Don't worry about it. I bet I have a torch on me. Hold on.
I can light it for you.
Yeah, I've got 10 torches still.
He's going to he's gonna lick his pointer and thumb finger like he's gonna flip a page of a book or put out a candle wick, and he's just gonna like he's putting out a candle. He's gonna touch the top of the torch and it's gonna light on fire with prestidigitation and or druidcraft. You can do both of those are kind of the same thing. I'm realizing.
You're all good. You're all good. You search the dark tunnels. They are winding and confusing, and more than once you all find yourself looped back to where you started. But as you're searching, you do find a small, discreet meeting area of sorts, scattered with papers and the like. There's a faint scent of incest. Incest. Holy
What?
fuck!
You can smell how much incest has been going on here.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's crazy.
Incest. So fucking hell. Lingering in the air.
This is disgusting. What is that?
Incense. So stupid.
Can I ask where my locate object is pinging?
Into this room.
Uh,
And as you follow it, your eyes fall onto the table. In one corner, there is a faded ledger that records payments and names. And Anemo, you reading through this, you recognize a few of these names that are on here.
Huh?
Teo being one of them.
Hey, my man Teo is on this one, guys. Guys, remember Teo?
nope.
It was the fucking guy that remember with the juggling? Remember with the juggle and the pocket and little package?
You put it in his pocket?
Well, not personally, but that's how it got there.
Mateo's the guy.
But yeah, he's the guy. Teo's the guy.
The guy.
He's the guy. I don't actually know what he does, but he's the guy. He's one of the guys.
Well, given the nature of this, you assume that what he does is, well, smuggles things or sells ill-gotten goods or something along that line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like me for real.
Yeah. What? Huh?
Whoa, that's not what I wanted.
Lock the doors. The FBI's on the way.
Okay.
FBI, open up.
The FBI, open up.
Douche.
So, on the table as well is the coin that you had before, except this one is different. Not different. This is a different one from the one you had before. You find a coin, the same kind of coin, on the table that pulled you to this this meeting room.
Interesting. That makes 2. Is there any more tunnels we have not gone through?
It's hard to tell. They are all interwinding and confusing. Even using your object, you still looped around multiple times.
Okay, Soren's gonna investigate this meeting room. Try and find if anything's sitting out or anything can be used. Anything at all. And then, actually, let's just start with that. He would like to investigate the room.
Okay. Investigating the room finds that it's mainly empty. I mean, there's various knickknacks and things around, like
Paddywhack.
an incense holder, or a couple of pens, and plenty of chairs and a large table, and the ledger, of course. But the ledger seems to be the main thing in this room. What I will have Windchime do, as she sits over the shoulder of Anemo as they kind of peer through this ledger, is, Windchime, can I please have you roll an insight check with advantage from Anemo's help? I assume, again, I'm just assuming.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Oh, I finally found religion. I don't have any.
I finally found religion. I don't have any.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Okay, 23. So I'm not even gonna have you roll. Actually, you know what? Roll, see if you quit. Roll again. Yeah, you don't crit. So, with a 23, reading between the lines of this faded ledger, I think you deduce that, and this is just, again, it's insight. It says a little bit of speculation mixed with your knowledge of what's going on. But reading between the lines, you deduce that Brother Bailey maybe was betrayed by somebody in the temple, who was working with Zahir's cult. Something along that lines. That's why they were able to give him a forged letter, and that's why they were able to even infiltrate this place at all. In fact, given how difficult it is to access most parts of the temples, you don't think that you would be able to do it without assistance. Just because it is such a complex and old building. The lighthouse is, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And with all of these known smugglers and shady figures and that are listed in this book, many of them, again, are kind of familiar, at least to Anemo. Potentially underneath the guise of trading herbs or relics or something along those lines. You think that he might have been betrayed? This tickle in the back of your head, or a little burning in your chest.
The animal had.
My burning desire.
I'm sorry?
The animal was betrayed, or somebody else?
No, Brother Bailey, the one who was disappeared.
Okay.
So he found out something was going on.
Yeah.
He maybe he told somebody, and then that person was like, "You weren't supposed to know," and they kidnapped him or something.
Is he alive or dead?
I don't know. Just, I mean, he didn't die in the tower.
I'm hoping to prevent his death if possible.
Maybe he's locked up in another tower.
Oh, like Rapunzel?
Yeah.
Let down his hair.
Does he have hair?
If
Does he
it's
have hair?
curly, I don't want it.
I picture him as a bald man.
Yeah, but Brother Bailey it gives off a little. That's some bold ass energy right there.
It gives off an alcoholic energy to me.
So,
I mean, he was a religious man. I wouldn't say that he's an alcoholic. Maybe on wine.
Oh, I could really go for some Baileys right now.
okay. Who would you wanted to betray Brother Bailey?
Well, probably anybody in this book here, right? Right.
Okay. How many names are there?
A god. God?
God is dead.
Yeah. Are you talking to me? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
What's up,
Yeah,
What's up my dude?
What's up, my dude?
Do you think any of these names might have betrayed Bailey?
Do I think?
Yeah.
Does any of the handwritten
Look at this.
names?
How about this? Roll me an insight check on the DM.
I'll roll an insight check on the DM. All right, let's see. My insight, I don't know if it's good. It's really bad. 13.
With a 14? Okay. Oh, 13. Okay, with a 13, I can
Now the
tell
difference
you,
between these two.
you recognize you know what you recognize some of these names, and none of them feel like they would be associated with the temple at all,
Right.
really. I mean, they seem to be associated with the underground and the cult in their tradings and doings and the like. But there isn't any obvious connection directly to the temple, which is strange given that it's, underneath
Under
the
the
temple.
temple. But I wonder I mean, it can be connected to the temple without being connected to the temple.
What?
The tunnels can be connected to the tunnel. What?
What?
What? The tunnels can be connected to the temple, without the
What?
temple being connected to the tunnels. The tunnels were made, and then they connected to the temple, and the temple didn't create the tunnels. Somebody else did.
Oh, yeah?
So, like, that's probably what we're looking at here. It's probably not.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking maybe there's a tunnel that would lead us back to, say, something to do with the cult. I feel like this might have been the cult's way of entering without people knowing. Because it sounds like it happened in broad daylight, which I would imagine would be difficult, walking a bunch of hooded, cloaked men walking into a lighthouse in broad daylight.
I mean, yeah. 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 So, so who was he betrayed by? We got any clues? We're not gonna get anything from this? From this room? On that? Or do we just assume that somebody did something?
You gather again. I'll just kind of repeat that what Windchime kind of understood was that given the names on this list and the association with how they were infiltrated and whatnot, it makes the most sense that somebody within the temple had betrayed Brother Bailey versus somebody outside of the temple manipulating him, if that makes sense.
Right. Is there anybody else from the temple missing?
Well, if
Um,
why would they have
Windchime.
to be missing?
Oh,
Unfortunately, the guy that we were asking kind of fucked off.
What was
um,
his name?
I don't remember. No, so
What exactly, by the way?
before we went on our break, Soren spent some time at the temple helping get rid of the weeds and replanting flowers and stuff. And there was a guy in a cloak that supposedly had an emblem, or so I think. I think I can't really
And where'd he come
remember.
from?
Yeah, so he pinged off your locate object.
Yeah. Do I remember what that guy's face looked like? And was he a part of the temple or no? Was he just a random person?
He very clearly wasn't a part of the temple, but when you think back to it, you think he might have been talking to somebody. But it's been a long time.
It has been a long time. Okay.
Let's go back up and look at the people in the temple and see if anything strikes us.
I think we should look deeper in the tunnels. I think there
Okay.
might be a way to go deeper. Because if this was the way they got into the temple, then this should be a way to get out of the temple.
Fair enough. Let's
Okay.
let's take a look around.
Every crossroads, whichever direction we decide to go, I'm going to like try and etch like an X or something into the wall so we know we've already gone that way.
Okay. You all spend quite a while in these tunnels, and you find yourself continuously going down. And then you'd wander for a bit and then end up going down. And then wander for a bit and end up going down. You're very deep within the bowels. And in various places there are rooms of miscellaneous storage things. There's rooms that are more, and as you go deeper and deeper, they turn more into like tombs, like catacombs, where the deceased lay. Uh, and yet you still continue to make your way down. Eventually, you do find yourselves out of the tunnel. And you know that you are reaching the end because of the smell of seawater, the salty air, and the dampness in the tunnels. It appears that this tunnel has led you to the front of the statue of Melora on the beach, all the way at the bottom.
Uh,
There is a very small, unassuming, um, uh, what's not pier? Pier is too big.
Doc.
Dock, a very small wooden dock with that only would really have enough space to dock a small rowboat to. It's old and worn by the winds of the ocean.
Well,
Something. Sorry. Never mind. Please continue.
well, that kind of led us to a dead end.
No, I mean this is probably where they came in, right?
Yes, but it seems like they came from the sea, right? How how are we supposed to determine where they came from sea?
That's true, but maybe we should just need to look into the sea. Look to see if there's anything solid.
I,
I look into the sea to see if there's anything that seems man-made inside of it. Inside the sea.
Under the sea.
Under
there
the sea.
Under
man-made
the
things
sea.
on the sea and under the
In
sea. That's
just like
quite.
really close to us.
Um.
Not like I
I want to
Anemo
I want to push
said
an
Flail
Anemo in.
again.
So, not too far away from the little dock is a is pulled up onto um the rocky shore, um little small rowboat and a space um for another that appears to be empty, but you can tell by the way the sun bleached the area around it. At some point, there was another one here, and then it had been there for a long time.
I'd like to push an Anemo into the water.
And Amo, can you swim? I'm just kidding. I'm fucking around.
I,
Okay.
He just
No.
sinks.
I can float.
But roll me an investigation check to see if you can figure out it.
Sure. 5.
No. Nothing else here.
No.
I confidently exclaim, "There's nothing over here. There's nothing over here."
Uh, and if after you all kind of like go about looking out across the sea, um, is it safe to assume that you guys eventually make your way back into the
All the
temple?
way. Yes. All the way back.
All the way back to the top, not top, but all the way back to the entrance. You give the door that is a hidden book behind the bookshelf. Bookshelf open. Wah. Um, and yeah, there you go. And you find yourselves free to roam um the temple as you kind of
Sick.
go about in what manner are you maneuvering about the temple?
Softly, but inconspicuously, in a way that one wouldn't necessarily be able to hear our footsteps, but if they were to see us, they'd assume, oh, they're just no, they're supposed to be here.
I see. You make your
I don't.
way back up once again,
I am blind.
and in through the halls, you notice out of the corner of your eye, who has the highest perception?
I
I think
think it
that's
would.
Windchime, is it not?
I think it's me. Oh wait, no, maybe
Mine's
I
0.
think we're the same now because of the Tome of Understanding. So I think we're both at 18 for wisdom.
I'll have Windchime do it, just because
Yippee!
I want to have Windchime do it. Windchime,
On
can you please roll me a perception check?
perception.
Oh, you are not great at perception. You're good at perception, but you're not great. I'm
I really roll low on perception sometimes, but let me open my eyes and my nose and my ears right now.
yeah. So with a 17, you see out of the corner of your eyes, um,
Mm-hmm.
oh, what was his name? Hold on. That's right. You see Hophos, Brother Hophos, the young man who you had given a pie to earlier.
Oh,
Panicked, he ran. You just saw the barest little glimpse of him as he ran along a different hall, just out of your line of sight.
Mhm.
You
Brother
recognized
Huff.
it was him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I can smell the pie in his breath.
Yeah.
He's
For
running
just a
away from
second,
us.
only because you really have that great of a perception. Because 17 is really pretty good. He
Mm.
looks panicked, scared.
Like
he-
he saw us and is panicked and scared.
No, not like he saw you. Like something is chasing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna end tonight's session. We will reconvene in 2 weeks to pick up where we left off.
What a cliffhanger.
With a scary cliffhanger.
I wonder if it's a monster.
I hope it's not a monster. We unfortunately we decided to end the session while Dawn is BRBing. So
I didn't even see that.
Whoops.
thank you so much for joining us for today's session of D&D. Don will do this himself later, but just from me to you, from Anemo to the audience. Thank you so much for joining us. What's up with you? What's up with you, Cam? What's up, Blackbeard? You're
Oh,
back. Don, we're
shut up.
done.
We ended the session.
Thank you all so much. No.
Oh.
What? I guess. Yeah, if you want to end the session, you can cut out this extra bit too. I don't care.
Wait, what's happening?
We
Done.
ended the session.
We ended the session. The session's over.
Actually?
We're done.
Yes.
Oh, okay.